Hey everybody, welcome to Offroad Gospel. Me and Isaac are out cruising today. We just got out to St Helen. We're going to hit some of these trails, have some fun. So I hope you enjoy the ride with us today. Remember this trail being this much fun. But I've never done it in the wintertime, Isaac. Like doing some off-roading and some veggie sales, right, Isaac?
Well, today is going to be a little bit different. As you may notice, there is not much audio from inside the truck like we normally have. That is because with Isaac with me, I'm limited on what I can do in vehicle, because what happens, he's very much his routine with his special needs. So radio playing is a requirement when we're in the vehicle. He loves being out in the woods and all of that, but it requires me to have the radio on, and if I do that, I can't post videos because of copyright. So, every once in a while you'll hear a little clip from inside the truck that will be quick, and then we'll be back to just the music. And every once in a while I'm going to pop in with a little bit of commentary like I'm doing right now. But hope you enjoy the ride. I hope you enjoy the beauty of a Michigan snow-covered woods, because it was truly beautiful out there. such a beautiful day in Michigan. It had been our second snow that had come in, and it was sunny out, which is always a nice thing. But actually, about a day or two after this ride, it started melting again as we got warm up. So in a few days, I'm sure this will all be back to just dirt or mud. And we have to wait for the next snowfall to come in, or just enjoy the mud. This trail system goes for hundreds of miles in this area, and there are marked routes. There's all kinds of offshoot trails. So if you are in the northern Michigan area, I highly recommend coming out here. There is so much to do, so many trails to do. It's very beautiful. Some of it is easy to but some of it does get more work. Some offshoots, some of the trails in the general area, even kind of get into the easy/moderate. So you can do something just very casual like Isaac and I did today, or you can head out and maybe challenge your skills a little bit if you're new to this, or even just have some fun for those who are a little more experienced. But it's a great area. I highly recommend these trails, this whole system. Get out and enjoy it. We are blessed to be able to have access to all of this resource and all of this trail. But please, if you are out on these trails, please be courteous of others. Please make sure you leave it better than you found it. We want to protect this resource. We want to be able to continue to use these trails and enjoy the outdoors and enjoy all that God has blessed us with. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of alternate footage from the GoPro. This is another one of the things that are part of making sure the routine is followed. Driving with the windows down is only tolerable for a very short period of time. And so I clipped out the audio, but you can definitely hear Isaac gets a little just over it. And so I wasn't able to get very much extra footage. That's why normally we have more than just the dash cam footage straightforward. But I think it gives you a good idea just, again, how beautiful it was out here. You know, it's something new to me to be able to get out and off-road in the snow. And I'm really glad I did. It was much needed. but also just a great experience. So again, enjoy the rest of this ride, and here in a little bit, we'll have our devotional as well. So stay tuned. Just want to say thank you for hanging around and enjoying the ride up to this point. And just want to bring a little thought to you today. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12 from the New Living Translation says this: "You say, I'm allowed to do anything, but not everything is good for you. And even though I'm allowed to do anything, I must not become a slave to anything." Each and every day, we're faced with choices. We're faced with decisions on whether or not we should do the things we do. So many times, with us having free will, we feel like our decisions really don't matter. There's a narrative out there that says, basically, if you simply believe, it doesn't matter what you do. But in the Word of God, even Jesus said, if you love me, keep my commandments. So we have to willingly and purposefully choose to follow Jesus. We have to decide every day that I'm going to do my best to follow. Salvation is truly a gift. It can never be earned. There's not enough we could ever do. We cannot attain perfection. And without the blood that Christ shed, and without His grace and mercy, we could never be able to receive that gift. Because, again, we can't earn that. But what God has asked for me to do in my life, and I believe He's for all of us, is to choose to follow Him, to surrender our will, and to surrender to His purpose, and following after what it is He would have us to do. And just simply become as much like Jesus as we can. Because if I don't choose to follow Him, I'll follow my own desires. My own desires, honestly, are selfish. We also have the enemy of our soul, who is constantly trying to pull us away and drag us down. And every day, I have to make that choice to do what the Lord would have me to do, to answer in a way that would be pleasing to Him and not what I would want to do or say. And I know that's not the easy thing to do. It's actually one of the hardest things that we can ever do, is surrendering what I want or how I want to take care of it for how the Lord would have me to do it. But I just want to encourage you today. Don't be afraid to do what is right. Don't be afraid to put aside what you want to do, and in turn, just simply have that prayer that says, Lord, what do you want me to do today? How do you want me to handle this situation? And if we allow God to lead our life, if we surrender to Him and choose, because it is a choice that only you can make, He will lead us, He will help us, He will guide us, and He will direct us. That's why Jesus said that we can't serve two masters. We're going to love one more than the other. I either have to serve God or serve my own interests, serve the interests of the enemy. But I choose to serve Him. James chapter 4, verse 7 says this: Submit yourselves therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh to God, and He will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. We have to resist the enemy. We have to resist our own human, fleshly desires and submit ourselves to God, to His way, to His purpose. If we do that, we will be that example that we need to be. We will be that light in this world for people to truly see who Jesus is. Not what they think He is, not what the world says He is, or what somebody's opinion says He is, but who He is. And we do need to cleanse ourselves. We do need to purify our hearts. That is the only way we can truly act in a way that is pleasing to God. So I just want to encourage you today, make those little choices. When you're unsure, seek. If you draw near to God, He'll draw near to you. The greatest example of that is the story of the prodigal. When he came to himself, decided to return home, the father saw him afar off, and it says he ran to him and embraced him. He didn't wait on the porch, arms folded, waiting for an apology. He ran to him. If you draw nigh to God, you draw near to God, He'll draw near to you. So turn to Him today. Turn to the one who paid it all at Calvary, shed His blood. Let Him lead. Let Him guide. You can do whatever you want, but it's not going to give you the results you hope for. You know what? I choose to follow Jesus Christ. And I hope and pray that's the choice you will make today. Love to hear your feedback and comments on ways that you find that help you in your walk with the Lord. So I pray that you will be encouraged today. I pray that God will be with you, help you, strengthen you, watch over you. And I look forward to one of these days, hopefully, meeting up with you out on the trails. So until then, God bless you, and see you real soon out on the trails.